Previously on the Vampire Diaries.
Slow it down. Sipping on propane. Sipping on propane. Sipping on.
Have you had any blackouts? Instances of lost time?
Listening to scissor, yeah, sipping on some scissor, riding with Rodrigo while she's driving through the suburbs. Jeremy's ghost exes, right? Sending him ghost Texas. I bet before they left, he got to get him some ghost beat. Okay, let's go. Pour out the brothers bond. Season 4's coming on. Ashley Pete, chop it up about what's going on. Devin is 8 for me, trying to kill OGs. Tyler, hybrid side. Caroline turns 18. Here comes season 4. Someone bolt the door. Get the diary out. It's time for Vampire now. Woo!
All it's best you had to drop a human blood since a knife running drive a lane off of a great bridge.
Hello, welcome to the Vampire Diaries, the Vampire Diaries podcast, where a guy is watching the series for the first time with a super fan who has seen every episode. I'm the titular Petey. Let's just say I put the Petey in Vampire, but please call me Pete, and I'm here with my co-host and co-parent Ash. Ash, hello.
Hello, Pete. How are you?
I'm great. Yeah.
Great
Excellent.
is good.
Excellent. I was going to give myself a birthday shout out. By the time you're hearing this, it still won't be my birthday though.
It'll be soon. Mm-hmm. Well, unless they listen to it on Saturday, then it'll be your birthday.
Mm-hmm. Or if they listen to it way in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they travel back in time and listen to it, it will not yet be my birthday. Unless it's my birthday in a different year.
Do you want to just say when your birthday is?
No.
Okay.
You already said it's on Saturday.
Yeah, but who knows when the listener is listening?
Well, if they're in the past, it'll be tricky to figure out. But if they're in the future, then they can just look at the date that this was released and then look what that next Saturday is.
It's true.
Yep. Getting old, doing pods. Season 4, episode 10. Oh, yeah, we will be doing a Reels.
And by the way, I think it's just called a reel or many reels.
I know.
Do you know this? You just like to call it reels?
Yep.
Okay. I was just like, is this a strong choice or are you confused?
It's a choice because people say that I'm doing a TikTok, but it would properly be a TikTok video, I would guess. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do a TikTok. I watched a TikTok. I saw a TikTok.
I saw a reel. I'm watching a reel. I'm watching many reels.
Yep. Well, there we go. Time to get this popping off. That's the pop-off alarm.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. That's the Reels alarm. Time to get Reels. No, we'll do it later.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying it wrong on purpose.
That's fine.
Because it's a...
I'm just curious.
I have no respect for it, so I'm not even dignifying it with its real name.
All right.
Season 4, episode 10, After School Special. Ash, After School Special, I'm trying to see how this relates to this episode. They're in the school, and I guess school isn't in session.
I think it's sort of like when Rebecca's talking to everyone and like getting down to like the truth, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. But it's not like, I think of After School Special as like a television thing.
Yeah, like you learn a lesson.
Yeah.
Are they learning lessons? Perhaps. Yeah, and After School Special would be like, oh, now like we're gonna
Like
learn about drugs.
Yeah,
or
like
whatever.
don't smoke cigarettes or whatever.
Yeah. Which maybe they should have had this one be about that. Damon starts smoking.
That would be silly.
Stefan gets mad at him.
If it's all like the lessons that you learned on Full House were all after school specials, but those were on TGIF, so it was a Friday night special, I guess.
Yeah,
That's where I learned all my life.
Those were
skills.
very special episodes. Mm-hmm. Ash, shall we dive in? What else?
I want you to sing that line.
Ooh, I'm about to dive in. Oh.
Okay, good. Now I'm ready. And we have a happy dishwasher again. Yeah, I wonder if people could never even hear the sounds and they just think we're weirdos.
Well, you can hear the pug snoring. The pug snores.
Not at this time, but in general.
Usually, yeah. She's not snoring currently.
Okay.
Yeah, big flush just happened in the house. This is a living, working house.
Yeah.
Cold open, Ash.
Cold open.
The Carol Lockwood funeral. Was it or like memorial? Oh, it was like the assembly.
Yeah, the assembly. Like a candlelight vigil moment.
I was like, man, she's really dead. Because at the end of the last episode, she got potentially killed, but I was like, they really killed her.
I know you thought that she was going to be alive. I was like, she's dead.
Who will be the mayor now, I said. Sheriff Forbes is Googleizing.
Yeah, you Google it. Yeah, but this is about to be our third mayor since the show started.
Wow. You hate to see it. She was taken by a terrible accident. Candlelight vigil at the high school. Rebecca is there. Oh, but she's not. Was she there for a second, for real?
Yeah, well, Elena thought she saw her and then she went away. So then Elena was like, that's weird. And then went over there. But it seemed like to us that Elena was just imagining it. But then Rebecca was actually there.
Ty left, then Elena left. Okay, so there's another interim mayor. Mr. Rudy Hopkins.
Rudy Hopkins. Who you later find out is...
Bonnie's dad.
Bonnie's dad.
And I said, did we know Miss Lady Mayor Interim Lockwood her name was Carol?
Yeah, Carol Lockwood.
Oh, I don't know that we knew that.
Yeah, because Damon always called her Carol Lockwood. He always calls these ladies by their full names.
Yeah, because he's way older than them, so...
Yeah.
He's like, these young women.
These little girls.
Elena walking through the halls here, sobbing. April is there. New hair? Who dis?
Yeah, a little bit. It's styled differently, I think.
She's crying because the mayor is bringing up stuff with her dad. And she knows Elena's a vampire. She was not cajoled.
Elena's like, what?
Rebecca knocks Elena down out of nowhere. Whoosh, she was there.
Yeah. Do you think that, what was her name again?
April?
Yeah, April was actually sad and crying, or she was luring Elena?
Lauren. I'm Lauren Michaels. I produce Saturday Night Live. He doesn't sound like that.
No.
I think she was really sad.
I think she was luring her. Why can't I say luring? Luring?
Luring.
Lure. Like you're luring. But I know it's not like lore, like
A lure.
fantasy.
Luring.
Luring. Ew. I don't like this word officially. She was trapping Elena.
Yeah, I think she wasn't. Well, I mean, I think she was trapping Elena, but for real by crying. I think we're both right by me saying that. All right, Caroline leaves the vigil, calls Stefan. Okay, this is funny. Caroline's like, you missed the mandatory all-school, like, whatever vigil, whatever she says.
The assembly, yeah.
And Stefan's like, I'm at the mandatory all-alone drinking party. He's at the grill.
He's sad about Elena and Damon.
He's drinking some Brothers Bond.
Delana.
Dark Delana.
Sure.
He's on a Ripper bender now.
Well, but he's not, actually.
He's not really. That's what Caroline.
Yeah. Caroline's like, we don't have time for this.
Yeah. She said, ain't nobody got time for that. The rent's too damn high. They do some exposition. Ty's mom died. Elena is with Damon, etc. And then they ask, do you think Klaus killed Ty's mom? Maybe Caroline asked that, and Stefan's like, yeah.
Yeah, no one witnessed it, but it just makes sense to them based on what was going on.
I mean, that's crazy. Like, this is a turning point. Klaus can't come back from that.
Yeah, and then also there was a funny moment when Caroline's like, well, she didn't drown in her martini. Is that in this scene or in a later one?
I don't know, because she was drunk.
Yeah, they weren't like, well, she didn't actually accidentally drown in this fountain.
No. Yeah, well, did Klaus just leave her in the fountain, or did he... We don't know.
I think he drowned her, and then it looked like she accidentally drowned because there's no one there.
He, tied her shoelaces together.
That was the accident.
And made it look like, yeah. Yeah, but how can Klaus come back for this? He can't be cool with any of these people anymore. I mean, I guess Damon doesn't care about Ty, but like Elena already wasn't cool with Klaus. But what I'm saying is they sometimes go to Klaus for like a collab. Mm-hmm. They're not going to do that anymore. He killed someone's mom.
Yeah, just a human mom.
That's crazy.
Isn't that messed up? Like, it's not even like she was supernatural or anything. It was just Tyler's mom.
Oh, trust me, she was supernatural. All right. All right. Elena wakes up in the library. April is being weird. Yeah, she isn't compelled by Elena currently, but she wants to know how many times Elena compelled her in the past.
In the past. Yeah, she's like, I want to know how many times you lied to me.
Tell the truth, she says.
Yeah, basically what I just said.
April knows Rebecca is an OG. Rebecca's there and compels Elena to wait. So when these vampires are compelled, this whole episode, they're kind of like low key. Like this compelling thing isn't exactly what I think of when I think of people being compelled, because they're not like, whoa, 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 with little spinnies in their eyes. Right. They're just like talking regular. They're like, blah, blah, blah. Oh, but I'm compelled, so I can't, blah, blah, blah. Yeah,
well, there has definitely been a variety of compelling moments where someone's like, you don't remember this, blah, 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 leave. And they're just like, and they turn around and leave. Mm-hmm. Or there's been ones like compelling someone to kill themselves or, different things. And it seems like we didn't see the actual compelling happen with Rebecca, but it seemed like she was just like, you have to tell the truth. Like, you're compelled to tell the truth, and she said you can't leave.
Yeah.
So that's all they're like, oh man, we're stuck here. But they know they're compelled, which is a little bit different, because usually when these humans are compelled, they don't know. They just have to follow orders. But they're like, Rebecca compelled us. But Rebecca also openly talks about, I compelled you to tell the truth. Mm-hmm. So, and there's like a different layer to it where they know that they're compelled and they're annoyed by it, but they have to tell the truth and they can't leave.
Totally. All right, Damon is checking his messages at the lake house, his VMs.
Yeah, he's re-listening to voicemails.
Yep. Listen to some Elena greatest hits.
Because he misses her, because they are supposed to be apart. Mm-hmm. Which is silly, because she's not with Stefan, and I don't know. I think it's silly that they're apart.
Yeah. Jeremy.
Like, for whose benefit at this point?
Yeah, because Stefan does know.
Yeah, Stefan knows, but they're just like so worried that it's the sire. Is it the sire bond or is it real? Mm-hmm. It's like, well, you didn't care a minute ago. Why do you care now?
Yeah.
Pete, you're blowing up.
Yep. All right. Yeah.
Checking his emails.
Jeremy is fighting Matt. Jeremy looks like Ryu from Street Fighter. He beats Matt easily. Damon throws a stake at Jeremy, but Jeremy is too slow. Like, Damon's like, all right, bro, come at me. Mm-hmm. But Jeremy can't do it. He's not there yet.
Yeah, so they're trying to, like, train Jeremy up to be this amazing vampire hunter so that he can kill the hunters to finish the mark. But he won't kill the vampires right away because they don't feel like he's ready or strong enough, that he would just get killed immediately by the vampires. But he can come back to life. So I'm like, well, if you really just wanted to, like, kill the vampires, get the mark, and get the cure, like, ASAP, I don't really think you need to train Jeremy and wait.
Yeah, and also there are these workarounds like we see later, which we'll get to. But also, not dying a million times, that might have been what made Alaric turn to Dark Alaric.
It is what made him turn into that, but who knows if that would affect Jeremy at this point, because now he's also a vampire hunter.
Yeah, well, and he's like he's been dubbed a vampire hunter. Alaric was like a freelance.
Yeah, he called himself a vampire hunter, and then he became Dark Alaric because of the ring. But I don't know. I feel like you just
that's some real the Hobbit behavior that Alaric was into. The more Frodo or Bilbo or both, the more both of those bows put it on.
The ring.
Yeah, they got more addicted to it. Mm-hmm. So Alaric, did we ever see his feet? Were they big, hobbity, hairy feet? Probably. Alaric sounds like a Shire name.
There you go.
And didn't he say one time to Meredith, Dr. Meredith Fell, he was like, I want to take you out for second breakfast. Didn't he do that?
Mm-hmm, yep.
And
crossover.
I think that is all true. All right, the pizza gal, Ash, shows up at the lake house. Apparently they've been ordering pizza to the lake house with some regularity.
Wow. Shocking.
Damon says, no more pizza. Go run around the lake.
Twice.
Matt has to do it too. Oh, man. Damon keeps listening to his voicemails from Elena. Okay, so there is the workaround that they could just be making vampires and then killing them immediately. Mm-hmm. Cheating. What if it made the tattoo come in all ugly? Like, yeah, I'm going to come in
sideways or something.
But you're going to get a barbed wire here, and no shade to anybody with these bad tattoos, but barbed wire tattoo,
yeah,
tramp stamp.
For sure. Well, later Klaus makes a good point about how, like, Damon would have probably done that from the beginning, but now that he's with or trying to be with Elena, he's trying to do it, like, nobly.
Uh-huh.
By, like, in Elena's standards, it would be, like, find some evil vampire, kill him to make the tattoo grow. Mm-hmm. But Klaus is just like, we just need 12. Like, just kill it. Like, come on.
Yeah. Rebecca calls Stefan. She's undaggered. Mm-hmm. That's the name of her latest album. Rebecca, Undaggered. Stefan is mad. He calls Caroline. He wants to drive a white oak stake through Rebecca's heart.
Yeah, he does not even wait on this. He's just like, oh, Rebecca's awake. Let's murder her.
Mm-hmm. He hates her. All right, Forbes and interim gentleman mayor Rudy Hopkins. Of course.
Right. A mouthful.
Welcome to the world of cover-ups, Forbes says.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's basically the mayor's job in this town.
He knows about vampires, though, and we learned this is Bonnie's dad. He was a traveling pharmaceutical rep.
Yeah, Bonnie says he was always traveling because he doesn't like my witchy stuff.
That is kind of funny that Bonnie and her mom and her grandma are all into, like, these herbs and, like, doing stuff in a natural way, and then this dude sells, like, Viagra and
I didn't think about it that way, but yeah,
oxys and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
Don't take Chantix if you're allergic to Chantix.
right.
That's her dad.
I'm trying to think of the word that means, like, surprisingly opposite.
Like ironic or...
Yeah, ironic. There's a different word, but ironic works.
Alanis would be laughing about this one. Right?
Isn't it ironic?
So, Rudy Hops noticed some of Bonnie's friends weren't at the assembly, which pressed much. Like, he really saw that some of her friends weren't at the assembly.
I know. It also seems like he hasn't been around in a long time. So
I know, but
how would he even know or care?
Pick out these kids out of a crowd of hundreds of kids. That's kind of weird. Mm-hmm. And I said, ooh, he's a disciplined daddy. Caroline, all that to say, Interim Mayor Rudy Hopkins, we're watching ya. Mm-hmm. Caroline is at the school texting Stefan. She has the white oak ash steak.
They're trying to trap Rebecca.
Rebecca is there. They whoosh fight. Rebecca already took the steak from Caroline. Mm-hmm. She's an OG, Ash.
But she doesn't hurt Caroline. She just puts her in the library or whatever. But at first it's like, oh, I already got to Caroline. It's like, oh no, what happened? It's like, oh wait, she's just in the library.
Ash. Mystic Falls clue. It was Rebecca in the library with the white oak ash steak.
There you go.
All right. Sub game. All right. What would be more clue locations and weapons?
Okay.
The lake house.
Wait, I didn't even get a chance to think.
All right. We'll switch off.
Okay, go.
The lake house.
Oh, we're going to come up with one together? I'm going to say a person.
Say some locations.
Oh, we're only saying locations? I thought you were
weapons.
going to say all three things.
Well, let's start. We can do that, but let's start with locations.
All right, lake house, the uncle basement.
Yes, the grilly.
The grill. Mm-hmm. The mansion.
Elena's mansion. Elena's house, probably. I'm trying to picture it on, like, the board. Like, they would have to be impossibly close to each other. Mm-hmm. Okay? So that's a good... the high school, of course, because we're already there.
Yeah.
All right, weapons. White oak, ash, steak.
Mm-hmm. Vervain.
Neck snap.
Yeah.
It'd just be hands like...
Yeah, just some hands. The little daggers that shoot out from your wrist. Mm-hmm. What are those called?
I don't know.
The, like, darts, like the wooden darts.
Yeah, wooden darts.
Drowning.
Drowning.
I guess it only works if we do Wickery Bridge.
Yeah, it would depend. Like, would you have to line up the person who got killed with a method that would actually kill them? Like, werewolf bite could be one. Mm-hmm. But I guess I would kill anybody.
Yeah.
Like, a werewolf bite could even kill a werewolf, I assume. If they...
Well, it depends on how
they
bit
bit them up and bit their neck off.
Yeah.
That'd be a good game.
I know. I thought you were going to be like, all right, it was Tyler in the uncle basement with
Werewolf bite.
the chains or something. Like he got decapitated with the chains around his head or something. Like I thought you were going to come up with a threesome.
Oh, yeah. I could come up with one of those.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm married to this guy.
Speaking of threesomes.
What?
And more. Rebecca, April, Elena, Stefan, and Caroline are in the library.
Mm-hmm. With the white oak ash steak.
They've been compelled, and they do an exposition quiz.
Basically. That's a clever way to just recap, but it makes sense too because Rebecca's been daggered, so she doesn't know what's going on. She's like, all right.
And we have to watch her learn.
Catch me up.
Also, this is Ep 10 out of, I'm assuming, 22 episodes. So the next episode is episode 11, which is the halfway point. Mm-hmm. And they always do it a little big. So they're setting something up.
Yeah, for sure.
So they're doing some exposition. Get us all on the same page. Rebecca finds out that Elena and Stefan broke up. Mm-hmm. She cries about it. It's awkward.
For like a while.
Jeremy is loading a gun. Damon makes him reload it. Asks if Jeremy has talked to Elena recently. Mm-hmm. He has not. I have not. Klaus walks up. How many vampires has Jeremy killed? He needs Jeremy to grow his mark.
Right, that's the whole thing. But he's killed nobody.
Klaus brags about killing those hybrids with the sword, which was cool.
Yeah, it was cool, but he's like, I just killed 12 hybrids, like, no big deal. What are you waiting around for?
Yeah.
And he loves his hybrids and didn't want to kill any of them.
I know, he was so mad. But what's he love more? His hybrids or killing people?
Maybe they're equal, but he doesn't like the hybrids as much once they become unsired, though.
No, he does not. Klaus needs the cure because there's a hybrid shortage, so he needs to cure Elena to get her blood to make hybrids.
Right. That's his motivation, yeah.
Damon...
He doesn't want the cure for himself because he is immortal.
Yeah. He's not bored.
Immortal.
I know, he's not bored, though.
Oh, I know.
Being
Look,
alive
he's
forever.
doing all kinds of stuff.
Damon shoots Klaus. That's for Carol Lockwood. He just shoots him.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shooting and stabbing and stuff in this show, just because they're mad and they know it doesn't actually hurt them that much.
Right. It's just like if you kind of slapped him hard, but instead they just shoot him.
Oscars are coming up. I don't know, speaking of slaps, not that those two things have anything in common, but
You can't think of any other slap in your life?
there's a show called The Slap.
I know.
Maybe we should do. Oh, was that even a full season? We should do a. We should watch The Slap.
No.
Why?
I don't want to watch that show.
Okay. The Vampire Diaries. The Slap-ED.
The Slap-ED? Ew.
The Slap-ED.
With no guests and no one and no
Report.
listeners.
Oh my gosh. All right. If I just did it by myself and put it in this feed, that would be very funny.
That'd be so weird.
I have so much stuff that I don't do and can't do because I don't have enough time to devote time to that would be ridiculous.
I know, exactly right.
Speaking of The Slap, though, the show, some LA comedy people. Oh, this ties in and makes sense.
Okay.
Some LA comedy people did a sketch that was The Slap, but instead of the premise of The Slap was it was like young adults were at a party and their kids were there, and this kid was being dangerous with a baseball bat. So Buddy from Spock from the new Star Trek movies. I can't pull his name right now, but anyway, he walks over there. It's not his kid. Takes the bat out of the kid's hand and slaps him, and then this sets off, I guess, a full season of television.
Maybe
somehow. Maybe 6 episodes, I don't know. But anyway, that's the premise of The Slap, the TV show. So this sketch was the people hanging out, and instead of their kids playing with a bat dangerously, it was Draculas. And so it was like, your Dracula is being like dangerous with that bat, which also that's kind of funny, but it was a baseball bat. But anyway, and then somebody slaps the Dracula. But anyway, this all ties in somehow.
because they're Draculas.
But that's a very funny sketch. And also, I've brought that sketch up to coworkers before, and like I've sent them the link, and then they've been like, Pete, like you're the top comment on this YouTube video, and
You're the number one fan of it.
I always forget, and they're like, why did you send us here to just like see your comment? Which I don't, but
That's funny.
if you go watch this thing, if you find it, my comment's there. I have a good, funny comment.
Are you blushing?
No, I don't know. It is a funny sketch.
And, yeah, you showed it to me before. Also, I regret ever saying slap. I should have said punch.
Slap at a base.
That is a good one.
Also, I misspelled shoots. It says Damon Shotos. Klaus.
That's a good one. Shotos.
Shotos. Rebecca is rubbing it in about Elena and Stefan. She does this a lot.
So much.
She's trying to figure out if Elena is sired to Damon.
She's like, ooh, a sire bond. Interesting.
She's heard of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Stefan tells Rebecca, something. Oh, that they're sired? I don't know. All right, Elena has to tell Rebecca that she's in love with Damon. And Stefan is smad.
Seriously, it's so awkward.
The professor knows where the cure is, though, Ash. Prof. Shane. Bonnie is with Prof. Shane complaining about her disciplined daddy. He gives her a grad present, a human bone bracelet.
Yeah, she's like, oh, this is cute. He's like, it's human bone. She's like, oh.
Worn by an old witch for strength. because she doesn't want to tap in to these 100 dead witches anymore. She's going to use expression. Mm-hmm. Right? All right, Cole. Cole and his coat.
Oh my gosh, this coat.
Cole walks in and whooshes Shane out of there, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think Cole is wearing like a lady's, what kind of jacket is it?
Peacoat?
Peacoat. A lady's peacoat that's too small for him. Mm-hmm. Cinched at the waist. Mm-hmm. And everyone else is wearing tank tops. So it makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
And it is so distracting.
Yeah, it's cold when you're that stylish, I guess.
But yeah, he takes Prof. Shane to the high school. Into the... where are they? Are they in like a storage closet? They're somewhere.
Somewhere weird. Mm-hmm. All right, Ty... somewhere. Caroline calls him, but then it's actually Rebecca. Rebecca has Caroline's phone. Mm-hmm. My brother made a mess of your life.
Is that your Rebecca?
Come to the high school. I have your girlfriend. Better shot at saving her than your mother. Ouch.
Yeah, too soon.
Seriously. I said people are being mean to him. Mm-hmm. Everyone hates Ty. Mm-hmm. Much like I did once.
He was always your buddy, though.
My buddy Ty. Cole shows up with Prof. Shane. All right. Damon is carving steaks. Klaus walks up and critiques his whittling.
Yeah, actually, he doesn't critique him. He gives him, like, advice.
Oh, yeah. Why hasn't Jeremy killed any vampires? He wants to turn people into vampires to be killed. Klaus does. Mm-hmm. And I said Klaus must have turned the pizza girl into a vampire.
Oh, and you had a mid-ep Pete-diction?
Kind of, but then it just happened. It was kind of like they kind of set it up. Matt invites her in, but it's not his house. Mm-hmm. But then Jeremy invites her in.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you can come and wait inside. Dun, dun, dun.
Cole, silly coat, Rebecca tank top. What temp is it out there?
I know.
They take Shane to the janitor's closet.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was a closet.
Maybe Cole runs cold. Has to wear a coat. Shane is starstruck by the OG vamps like he should be. Ash, finally someone reacts.
Yeah, he's like,
at all.
Oh my gosh, the Michelsons. I can't believe it. He's like, this is trippy. Or he says something stupid, though.
Yeah, he says, this is trippy, man. It's like seeing, it's like seeing Journey with the old singer, the original singer, and not the young, like, Filipino guy. You know that about Journey?
No.
This young guy loved Journey so much, sounded exactly like the guy, and now he sings for Journey.
Wow, good for him.
Kind of like Adam Lambert singing for who's he sing for? Queen. Or something? Yeah, two true stories right there. And that's like whatever I said it was like. Seeing the OGs.
Seeing the OGs? I'm like, whoa, Cole? I'm trying to remember even what you said.
Shane is Star Trek by seeing the OG vamps like he should be. It's like seeing Journey with the old singer. Uh-huh. Actually, so it's not like seeing the young guy or like seeing Adam Lambert. It's like seeing the older guys. Compulsion won't work on Professor Shane. He learned a trick in Tibet, Ash. Mm-hmm. And then they say, just beat him up. Yeah,
just beat him up until he tells you. He's like, should have not told him I can't be compelled. He should have been like, I'm compelled. And be like,
man, I'm so compelled.
And then in my compulsion, I don't know. I'm compelled to tell you the truth and I don't know.
That would truly be.
That's way better than being like, I can't be compelled.
Yeah. And then like humble bragging about his Tibet trip.
Which is also another reason why we don't like Prof. Shane. He's so annoying.
He is annoying. But will we learn to love him? We don't know. Rebecca wants to play Truth or Dare with Elena. I dare you to tell Stefan the truth about Damon. Isn't
that the worst when you play Truth or Dare?
And people say truth?
And you say dare, and then they're like, I dare you to tell the truth. You're like, no, but I said dare.
Oh, yeah, that's silly.
It's like,
I truth you to eat a bug.
Yeah, you can't do it the other way. You only dare someone to tell the truth. It's like, that's not what I picked. Because you always know when the person's gonna, when you're like dealing with the person, you're like, I know what question they're gonna ask me.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're like, dare. I dare you to tell the truth. That's the worst, guys.
What if she was like, truth or dare? And Elena's like, dare. And she's like, go put your hand in the toilet. That'd be funny.
That'd be so funny.
Being with Damon makes her happy. Rebecca makes her talk about it a bunch more. She feels like a problem with Stefan, a project, a broken toy.
Yeah, broken toy. That line was cheesy.
She still loves Stefan, though, but not in love.
Mm-hmm. And this is sad and awkward, but really, honestly, they should have just had a conversation with each other so that none of this was a surprise in the first place.
I feel like it shouldn't have been a surprise anyway.
But also, why couldn't Elena early on have just been like, Stefan, I don't need you to fix me, it's fine.
Yeah.
And he'd been like, okay. And then they kept dating. Like, you know? Mm-hmm. Doesn't have to be that hard, guys.
Ty runs in. Okay. Rebecca compels Ty to turn into a werewolf and then compels them to, like, get chased by him, but no whooshing.
Yeah. Which is so specific. And she's just like, 10. When she's
10.
When she compels him, that's all she says. Like, okay, turn around, turn over the table.
Turn me right around like a record player.
Exactly.
Matt gets rushed by the pizza girl vampire. Jeremy stakes her and his tat grows. Mm-hmm. Ash. Is this another Alanis moment? It was her. It was the pizza girl bringing those guys food to eat. And then now those guys are turning into food for the pizza girl. Is that ironic?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Also, what do you think about, what's his name? What's Jeremy's real name again?
Oh, Steve McQueen?
Yeah, Steve McQueen. What about Steve McQueen? Stephen R. McQueen, so excited to flex his forearm every time his tattoo grows.
Yeah.
He's squeezing it like, oh, like so hard, like he's shaking.
He kind of reminds me of somebody. A little bit. In his athletic shirts and like being swollen, flexing and stuff.
Yeah.
Some unnamed person. But those are both cool guys though.
Yeah, but it's kind of silly. He's like, to everyone else, he's just flexing his forearm and looking because they can't see the tattoo.
Yeah.
So it's probably, he looks like a weirdo.
They know he's cool. Bonnie came to find Shane. April is there though at the school. Rebecca told April Bonnie is a witch. He's there in the lab. Mm-hmm. Bonnie starts a protection spell.
Also, April is so, like, bold to think because, first of all, she trusts Rebecca. Like, I know they were friends, sort of, but for a short amount of time. But Rebecca just tells her this information, and now she thinks, like, I know you're a witch, and I know you're a vampire, and I know you're original vampire, and so now I know everything, blah, blah, blah. And instead of being like, oh my gosh, what is going on here?
There are witches and vampires?
Yeah. Or like leaving or anything. She's just like, I'm just going to hang out here and be like, I know what you are. Like, all right, you should probably just left.
She's got nothing to lose.
Or been scared. I mean, it's kind of weird.
She is weird, and I thought that she would be not in the show anymore. I thought that she was a one-off or something. But she has the Alaric effect. Mm-hmm. Cole is throwing Shane into water, trying to find the cure.
With his fancy coat on.
Shane wants Silas. He's the world's first immortal being. He's imprisoned with the cure.
Yeah, and then Cole's like, that's not good. Let's kill him.
Oh, April starts coughing and water comes out of her mouth like Shane because Bonnie linked them. Mm-hmm. That's weird. Rebecca doesn't believe in Silas, but Shane knows where he's buried, so he does believe in him. Mm-hmm. He got the council blown up. Once I raise Silas, Silas will raise the dead, bring back every last soul who died on his behalf. Cole stabbed Shane, and April gets stabbed also. Okay.
I asked you what you thought Professor Shane's plan was, and you were relatively close.
Oh, that's tight.
But I had to prompt you. I was like, what do you know about him? Uh-huh. You were like, well, and it took you a while to remember that, like, his family's dead and stuff.
Shane's family's dead? All right, now I'm getting weird vibes about, like, was the pastor really religious, or was he some freak? Like, does he think that Silas is like Jesus or something?
I mean, I don't know how much you want me to say, but the pastor was just wasn't he just one of the 12?
Yeah.
So he was just sacrificed also.
I thought he set it up.
Yeah, but it could have been, I mean, it was all Professor Shane's doing. He needed the 12 people to die so he could do the Silas thing.
But I would think that this pastor would be like, oh yeah, I'll sacrifice myself because I'm just going to get raised up by God.
We don't have that scene.
Ty is trying to turn.
Trying not to turn.
Trying not to turn. Yeah, because I want to know the pastor's reason, because it seemed
like why he helped Shane.
Yeah, because he turned on the oven or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And he put a letter in there and stuff.
Yeah.
So I assume that he's a crazy person. So we'll see. All right, Ty is trying not to turn into a werewolf. The vampires run away. He does turn, chases Stefan and Elena. All right, I think my phone is gonna die right at the end again.
Okay, you can also lower your brightness for a few minutes. Just squint a little bit.
I did not.
He won't.
Will he turn his brightness down? He won't. You killed my only chance at finding a cure. Rebecca is mad at Cole.
Because he killed
Shane. But Shane had the protection spell. But April is hurt. Stefan and Elena come in. April was linked to Shane. She gets up too, though. Mm-hmm. Be careful, Ty is out there and turnt. They can't leave. They're compelled. Elena says we have to talk. Stefan's like, how many more ways are there to rip my heart out?
I know, Stefan.
Caroline finds Ty nude in the gym by his mom's memorial.
Yeah, a little awkward, but aren't you kind of like, good job, Tyler? Like,
oh yeah, he turned
back.
That's good. Mm-hmm. He says the whole thing was his fault. He should have saved his mom. Mm-hmm. Rebecca wants to rip out someone's heart so she can compel Stefan and erase his memory of Elena.
Yeah, she said that to Stefan. Do you want me to just rip out your heart?
Yeah. Okay. Which was first, Ash? This episode or Eternal Sunshine? She's going to Eternal Sunshine Stefan?
Mm-hmm. I don't know which one is first, actually.
Probably Eternal Sunshine was before this, but...
Yeah, she's just like, I can erase all memory of Elena.
Stefan says, do it.
He does, without even hesitating.
Rebecca says no, though.
Yeah.
And it sets Stefan free. He leaves.
She'd rather him suffer.
Yeah.
But Elena is like, oh man, he's in so much pain or whatever. Or he's heartbroken so much that he'd rather just completely forget my existence. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Just like what's-her-face from that movie. Mm-hmm. Nicole Kidman. Just kidding. Bonnie goes to Shane. Cole is going to be a problem. Bonnie is mad because April could have died. The expression magic isn't monitored by the 100 Dead Witches.
Or just in general with like normal witch power, which is all like regulated by nature. There has to be
Yes.
like a balance and stuff. But this expression, this doesn't have to be a balance. You can just kind of like do it,
There's
which means
no
you
limits.
you can have more power.
Oh.
Because you know, like she would get like bloody noses and different things, and they'd be like, "You use too much power, and you know, you can't do these kind of things without there being a consequence."
Yep.
But now they're saying expression does not have that.
No. But, so Bonnie has all cosmic power. In his face. No. She has all this power, and she's a key to everything, Ash.
Yeah. I'm
Yes.
surprised at this point Bonnie's like, what kind of plan are you hatching? A key to what? Like, why isn't
No,
she
'cause
more
she-
interrogated?
She thinks Prof. Shane is
Interrogative?
hot.
And I made up a word, I think.
Interrogative?
I know, but
No.
no. Why isn't she asking him questions?
Inquisitive?
Yeah, that might be better. Interrogative.
Suspicioso?
Why isn't she asking him?
Damon is burying the pizza girl.
Oh,
R.I.P.
she was
So,
kind of cute. I liked her.
She seemed low-key, laid-back,
Lake vibes.
Lake vibes.
But she was kind of like the gun, like the, what's that gun reference?
Chekhov's?
Yeah. She
Mm-hmm.
came back.
Yep. And like I was thinking earlier, Chekhov's gun, Klaus's sword. Because he used that son of a gun.
Yeah.
Is this sword a son of a gun? No, it'd be like a father of a gun. Okay. Elena calls Stefan knows about us.
She calls Damon.
Calls
Yeah.
Damon. How's Jeremy? She trusts Damon. He'll be fine. Thanks for looking out for him. All right, Elena tells Damon that's the most real thing she felt in her life, her love for him.
Because she had that honest moment telling Stefan that she loved Damon.
Yeah.
She's like, I love him. Like, what?
Damon is going to get the cure for Elena and do things she's not going to like. And then he's like, get in your car and come to me. And I said, she will. Rebecca goes to Stefan's house. Want to find a cure? Yes, to kill Klaus. Shane's not dead. Stefan will go insane if he doesn't know how Elena really feels about his brother. Oh my gosh!
I know, Stefan can't let it go.
These men. She doesn't really love him, right?
But it's probably because they're like infantiled because they turned into vampires when they were 17.
Yeah.
So they're just like, even though they've lived a gajillion years, they're still little teenage boys.
They are. She said so many times that she loves Damon. Okay. I know. Stefan exploded the council. Shane exploded the council. And Klaus
Yeah, I was
killed...
gonna say, wait, what?
Klaus killed 12 hybrids. Stefan knows about the expression magic.
So he's putting together the pieces right now, too. Oh, the 12. Oh, yeah.
They say, we both hate our brothers. That's funny. Let's go find the cure. And now they're partners.
Yeah.
April says her dad had no reason to kill 11 people and himself. He was brainwashed by Professor Shane. Mm-hmm. She's telling Forbes and interim mayor what?
Rodney.
Rudy Hopkins. That's my question of the season is, what's this pastor really all about? Mm-hmm. Jeremy and Matt and Damon go to the grill. Klaus is there drinking. He killed a bunch of people. They're in transition. Killing them is Jeremy's job as hunter.
Also, I think this is a weird little loophole moment, too, because they're not even fully vampires yet. Because they didn't drink human blood. They're just in transition, but I guess they're technically undead on their way to being vampires, but still.
But Jeremy doesn't kill them right here. They might have more steps to do.
I think Klaus is like, here they are, go kill them.
Mm-hmm. Damon says Klaus's idea is good. And he sent Elena to the lake house. Okay, so he flippy-floppied Elena, right? He was like, come to me. And then he left.
Yeah, but we don't know how long it takes for Elena to get to the lake house.
Well, Damon, it takes super short because he just whooshes over there.
You know, he can whoosh, but also this bar is just in that mountain town.
Oh, I thought it was the Grilly because
No, it's a mountain town bar.
every other scene happens there. Oh, okay.
And that's why Klaus was like, I didn't know, like, how long it was going to take you to find this place.
Oh, yeah.
Some local joint.
A local haunt.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Mm-hmm. A different meaning of haunt.
Mm-hmm. And instead of regulars, they're irregulars.
Okay, finish.
That's it. That's the episode.
Okay. What were your fangs?
1.73.
I was going to do 1.75.
Cranberry lime.
We were close to each other, but
I liked it a little bit less than you.
don't like the Damon Elena part, even though like it's not as annoying as it has been, but it's just sad to see Stefan sad, so that always gives me a lower rating. Mm-hmm. And I'm not a huge fan of when the originals are around.
Okay.
I like it better when it's like the core 4 or 6 or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it is always interesting. What are they up to now? Because they go in these little cycles. Oh, now they're thinking about Silas.
Right.
Now Professor Shane's around. Now
always
there's the
some new person.
expression magic. There's expression magic.
No, we haven't heard about any grimoires in a while.
No
We haven't seen
grimoires.
Catherine in forever.
Yeah, Catherine. We haven't had a Catherine and Elena vamp moment, huh? That'll be the day. Yeah, they go through these little cycles. There's that guy in the barn for a while.
Mm-hmm. They had the moonstone thing and
Yeah.
yeah, they have their little tasks.
Yep, got to do it. Their arcs.
What about your Pete-dictions?
Next episode is going to be revelatory. Revelatory. Mm-hmm. They're going to do a big mid-season finale. I don't know if they don't just say at least where Silas is. I mean, is Silas in the town? Like, that'd be crazy.
Well, they have all these 12 vamps. You think Jeremy's going to kill them all? And then they're going to just be like, all right, I'm ready.
Yeah, maybe so. We need to see this I mean, if they're... Sometimes they set up stuff and then don't even do anything with it at all. Mm-hmm. They need to fulfill some of this stuff.
Okay.
Let's see some full tats. Let's go to Silas's coffin or whatever. Let's see these 12 church folks get raised from the dead. Mm-hmm. Zombies, Ash? They're going to bring in the zombies?
I can never say things when you Pete-dick.
Silas said he'd raise up everybody, blah, 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 but he didn't say they wouldn't be zombies. Mm-hmm. Brains.
Blood and brains. All right, those are pretty good.
Ash, what did the vegan zombie eat?
Lettuce.
Grains.
Oh, grains. That's better.
Ancient grains.
All right, Pete, we did it. What you got? Anything? Did your phone die?
Not yet. Hit me up in the tweets and the streets.
Rate and review and subscribe. Is that what people say?
Mm-hmm. Hit me in the comments at High Dive Publishing on Instagram. Oh, we didn't do the reel. Oh, my phone's gonna. All right, no reels this week. My phone would die. I know. Look, that was Chekhov's reels. Only the opposite.
Do you want to say what we're drinking instead of reels it?
Sure, we've got some Recess, mood enhancing magnesium and adaptogen infused sparkling water.
Mine's black cherry.
Whoa, black cherry, dang-a-lang. Mine's strawberry rose.
Oh, pretty.
Strawberry rose on the grave.
Mine's only 15 calories and yours is 20.
Yep. Those extra 5 go a long way. All right, so check me out on the reels. Keep it reels. And
It's not called Reels.
and
Keep listening.